This is 2016's here with my thoughts on the new Joker played by Jared Leto in the upcoming Suicide Squad movie. So yeah, so it is like the 75th anniversary of the Joker, something like that. So to kind of celebrate that fact, they did tweet the first image of Jared Leto in his full Joker makeup, and the first official image of Joker. So quite exciting, of course. Now the picture itself is creating quite controversy. Some people, I would say the majority of people are disliking it, but there are a decent amount of people who do like it. One thing to me is it's definitely not a surprise in the fact that I knew for sure that they could do nothing like they did in The Dark Knight. They had to completely stray from that design, and even that type of character, because of course everybody loves that Joker. There isn't a single person on Earth who doesn't like that Joker, so they can't try to reproduce something that everybody already thinks is perfect. So the obvious choice is to do something completely different, which they obviously have done. I completely expected that, but I can't say I expected them to do this different. At least I think that this is completely the other way around there. I have to say I think on Instagram was the first time I saw this picture, and I just completely ignored it, didn't think anything of it, and then I was on YouTube a couple hours later, saw another thumbnail with that picture, and it just didn't even register for me. I didn't even do anything about it, and then the couple videos down, I saw another video with that picture. So at that point, it triggered my mind of, oh, what is this? So I read the description, hearing that it is Joker. So that's a problem when I can see a picture of Joker and not immediately recognize that it's Joker, and also that it's just not even interesting enough to actually care about. So that's pretty bad. But when I did finally figure out that it was Joker, it obviously piqued my interest. They of course went with something completely different here. They've got Joker with no eyebrows. Looks like he's gonna have short hair. I mean, it might just be the picture, but he might have medium hair. He definitely doesn't have long hair or anything, but it does look like he does have quite short hair. He's got oh, look at the tattoo on his head says damaged. I never actually read the tattoo. That's funny. But he's got a bunch of tattoos. The teeth all messed up. It looks like he's kind of got a grill going on there. Heavy black makeup around the eyes, but really just like outlining the eyes, not the whole socket, which the Heath Ledger Joker did have the entire socket of the eye, basically, with the black makeup. This one has heavy dark makeup outlining the actual circle of the eye, and then with some very light black highlighting the socket. And then, of course, tattoos completely covering his body. He's wearing rings, and he's wearing one purple gloved hand. There are aspects of this that I do like. I think that the tattoos are a really neat idea, and obviously helps him, separate himself from the Heath Ledger so that people aren't so inclined to compare them. So I do like the tattoos. I think they're interesting. They're very Jokerish. We've got ha-has written across his chest as well as his arm. He's got a deck of cards. There is a Joker with a skeleton face. There's a full mouth, a big smiling mouth. I'm sure he'll put his arm in front of his mouth in the movie at some point. And then he's got even a couple small tattoos on his face. I can't really tell what the tattoo on his hand is there, but he does have one. And then the rings look, one's gold, and then I guess, he's only wearing a gold ring. That other thing that looks like a ring is just his hair, actually. Overall, I'll be interested to see how much of the movie he is shirtless. Obviously, he's going to have at least one scene shirtless, and I can imagine that they'll want to show off the tattoos, especially since this is the image that they chose to be the preview image for Joker. So I would assume that he might be wearing something that's open in the front, or that's very low cut so that we can, and then short sleeved, so we can see some of these tattoos. Possibly it's just for one scene, or him in prison where we see him in these tattoos. I'll be interested to see how his outfit is gonna look, and then obviously what kind of pants he's wearing. I'm sure he's gonna be wearing purple, he is going with a very bright purple here. It's not the dark purple, which I think would have been better. I know that they're trying to go full 180, completely the opposite direction of Ledger's Joker, which makes sense, but they're going way far. I mean, I would still tone down the green in the hair and make the purple purple much darker and not so bright, colorful purple and super bright hair. I mean, that is really green hair. It's not, it's so much more than like the Heath Ledger Joker. So that they're going in a completely opposite direction, and obviously we've got him in an insane pose. That was basically my face when I realized that was the Joker picture. But I'll be interested to see his personality as well. This might just be, I'm the Joker, crazy, insane face, and this isn't necessarily his overall personality in the movie. Obviously he's going to be insane, but it's possible that this picture is just to exaggerate that fact for the first preview image, and he isn't going to be this crazy throughout the entire movie. Could be wrong with that though. He might just be a total nut in this film. One thing that I have to say, I don't really like the picture or the route that they're taking very much. There's certain aspects that I think are interesting, but other than that, I'm overall against the look of this Joker. I definitely don't want them just to go and do Heath Ledger again, because they can never do it as good as him. So it just, it would be like a discounted Joker, and I don't want that. So I'm glad that they're taking the Joker in a completely different route, but this probably isn't the route that I would have chosen, or at least I would have toned it down and made it a little bit less nuts. It looks very strange, so I'm very interested to see how it does end up playing out. I'm not like super disappointed in this though, for the simple fact that I don't really care too much about Joker in this movie. From what I know now, I don't care too much. Possibly when the movie is closer to coming out and we have trailers and stuff, I'll be more interested to see him. But really, I'm much more interested in Harley Quinn for sure, which I'll talk about her in a second. As well as I'm super excited to see Killer Croc, Deadshot, and those other characters. So the Joker in this movie, I have a perfect Joker. Heath Ledger is the perfect Joker, and I'm completely happy with him. He's my favorite character of any movie. So I don't expect this Joker to be any better. So that's why I have really not been super excited for Joker at all. So the fact that his look is very disappointing doesn't really disappoint me too much, because I just don't care too much about Joker. That being said, though, what scares me about this picture is this might not just be contained to Joker, and my fear is that it possibly will transition over to Margot Robbie's Harley Quinn. And because I don't care if that Joker doesn't look too good, but I want the other characters to look good and not be so weird and so far off from the comics and in a strange direction. So I hope that they still make Harley Quinn pretty awesome and not so crazy like oops, that's my background, like the Joker is looking here. So my favorite appearance of Harley Quinn so far from games and TV shows and comics is the Arkham Asylum Harley Quinn. That's my favorite look for her. I certainly don't expect the movie to be taking that look, but I hope that she maintains that type of look. It's hard for me to explain. I don't want them to go all Joker with Harley Quinn. I hope that they keep her relatively close to the comics for some aspects, and I hope they don't take so many liberties with her and make her so just nuts and something that we've never seen before. Considering this is going to be her debut in a film, so I hope that they really don't screw it up the first time. And this Joker, I did watch a review of somebody talking about what they thought of this Joker picture, and they made a really good point that it's really not a markable Joker. This is something that's going to be, a very strange concept if the movie is like this. It's going to really not make ticket sales too great for the general public, because with superhero films, you get all the comic book fans, obviously, that are going to see the movie, but then you also need to have broader appeal to the average moviegoer, which is something that Marvel does quite well with their humor and their somewhat lightheartedness in some of the scenes in the movies. They can, be attractive to more than just the comic book fans. While DC is a little bit more comic book fan-oriented, and this picture, at least, really makes it look like Suicide Squad will be very much a comic book, fan movie type of thing, and not so much geared towards the general public, which is something that I don't mind personally, but it would be disappointing if the movie didn't do well financially because of their direction. So Yeah, this could totally just be a teaser picture, and in the actual movie, he won't be as insane as this. He'll wear something more Jokerish. Possibly just the contrast is pretty high too, which makes the glove and the hair look a little bit brighter than they actually are in person. Or maybe he's just like this, but the point is, if they do him well, then it'll be great. And this picture shouldn't be super judged because they could completely be taking this picture just as like we want to do a crazy Joker picture, and this very well may not be the style of Joker in the film. He'll obviously look that way, but he might not be that crazy looking, and they might do some interesting stuff with the fact that they have taken Joker to a crazy level that we've never seen in film before. So they could do something interesting with him. And I think that Jared Leto is a good actor. In Dallas Buyers Club, he played a very interesting character. Did win Best Supporting Actor for his role, and that was a good movie. And he did great in his role. So I think that he's definitely got the acting chops to pull it off. But if they're taking Joker into a really strange direction, that might not be good enough to save the character. But you never know. My biggest worry now is the fact that they could screw up Harley Quinn, which would be devastating. I'm super excited for her. She's definitely the one that I'm most looking forward to in the movie, and then probably Killer Croc and then Deadshot. So far, this is still my most anticipated DC movie of 2016. I'm looking more forward to this than Batman v Superman. But we'll have to see if they keep disappointing in some of the pictures. I might change that fact and move over to Batman vs Superman. But overall, I'm hoping that they do great things with this movie, and I don't think that this Joker picture should be judged too roughly at this point. So there you go. Those are my thoughts. Let me know what you think of the new Joker picture, and thanks for watching.